Hey everyone, welcome to All About the Joy. This is the private lounge. We have Cynthia in the house. Rick Costa's in the house. How you guys doing?
What's up?
So today we're going to talk about a subject. I think we touched on this before on one of our lives. We talked about pet peeves, and I really want to talk about it because I want to think about what it says about us. So I think it could be both a positive and a negative. So first I wanted to see what you guys thought maybe the definition of pet peeves are for you.
I guess something that just annoys you that, kind of is like a tick or something that just triggers you type of thing. I've got plenty of those.
Right? Yeah. It's something that a particular person finds especially annoying or frustrating. It might be something big or small, but it's not like something general that it bothers everyone. I mean, Rick, would you kind of agree with that? Yeah.
To me, I would say it's something that is annoying to you, but the root of it is inconsideration on the other person's part.
Ooh, you made that all like that. Yeah. It's the other person's fault, right? So I think we've talked about this. I cannot stand people who don't use directionals. I can't stand it. When you're driving, in some places they're called blinkers, right? Blinkers in Connecticut. What do you guys call them?
Turn signal, I think.
Turn signals, right? So I have gotten so frustrated, and I just want to apologize in case this person is ever watching this show. I don't know who you are, but you were driving a Lambo. Is that what they're called? The Lamborghinis? Is that what a Lamborghini? And I'm in my little Honda Civic hybrid that is turning 21 years old. That's in mint condition. And I went to the stop sign, and they were like here, and that's the red light. And I rolled down my window, right? Because they had their window open. And I was like, does your car not come with a directional? They couldn't hear me, but I was like, and they didn't hear, they could care less. And I realized that's bad. That's road rage. But I was so annoyed. Is that what the Lamborghinis are called? Lambos?
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Okay. But I said it with an attitude and angry, but I think they didn't hear me, but they also probably heard me and just ignored me because why would you respond to me? Do you know what I mean? But I felt they knew that what they did was wrong. I'm just going to say, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm the same way. Today, actually, as I'm driving home, I'm thinking about the pet peeves, and I said, "Oh, yeah, this is one of them." People not using their blinkers, cutting in front of me. And of course, they can't hear me in my car, and I'm cussing them out. And Juan's like, "You think you have road rage?"
Oh my God. Oh, he's in the car with you?
Yeah, whenever I'm driving, he's in the car.
What's so ghetto about me? If somebody's in the car with me, especially one of my goddaughters or something, I'm so composed. All the rage is inside. I'm totally that person. In the car, I'm totally happy and joyful, but inside dying. Yeah, I would never. Wow. Okay. You have the same road rage thing I do.
Oh, yeah.
I think my son may have said something to the same effect once or twice in the past before. Dad, you're really angry. I'm like, because it's filming.
You know what would be great though? I know this sounds weird. I've always wanted to have a little sign. Is your blinker broken? No, you're so bad. No, but just a sign that you could just put up or whatever. Or you could press a button and it could come out of your car and be like a flag or something saying is your blinker broken or something. I don't understand why. Well, okay. So this is what I think it says about me. Clearly I have issues with road rage, I think. No, but I do think it's about consideration. That was one of the things I wrote was I don't like people because people who are doing that are not thinking about the people behind them.
Right.
They're not being considerate that other people don't know where they're going. And when we don't know where you're going, we're assuming you're going to go straight. And so we're going to behave that way. And then somebody else would be like, well, you're supposed to be one car behind. I am. That's not the point, So
and this week all the college schools are moving in. So of course you have people from other states, and it's like, dude, if you're going to move into this state, use your blinkers, know the rules of Boston.
Well,
you know what I mean? I'm like,
Boston is crazy drivers like LA.
True.
But still, use your blinker, right?
Exactly.
You don't want to get into an accident. Yeah, for real.
Exactly.
You know what always makes me madder is not that they didn't use their blinker at all. It's when they slow down, they're already starting to turn, and then they turn on their blinker. I already knew. That pisses me off even more.
like they're already in the turn, they're already almost there, and then they put on the blinker. No, that was a good one. That's hilarious. Yeah. What other pet peeves do you guys have?
Oh, I hate the sound of people chewing.
Do you really?
It really, oh my God.
Wait, so that's not an ASMR thing you want to listen to? Wow, I didn't know that.
It really bothers me, yeah.
So what do you think it says about you? I know. People who haven't seen our episode where we did ASMR for like the whole hour, all three of us, it was so random. It was one of our Friday Night Lives. It was very funny, actually, right?
Yeah.
What do you think it says about you? That
I have anger issues.
No, it probably means that like you don't like kind of ambient noises like that.
Yeah, there's certain noises that really bother me, like very, very high pitched noises bother me, like alarms, like a fire alarm. That really bugs me.
Okay, that's supposed to bug you, though.
Well, yeah, I know it is, but like there's certain ones that are just like really, really high pitched, and it like really hurts my ears. But chewing sounds.
Sounds is interesting because how do you get around that when you're at dinner with somebody?
Yeah, you just kind of
your face. Yeah, exactly.
It's hard.
Is it anybody chewing or certain like people who like do the chewing thing very loudly, or is it
very loudly? Yeah.
I think
there's another person. There's another person that like they chew with their mouth closed, but it's almost like you can hear the teeth hitting each other, and it's like, why are you chewing like that?
Wow.
Is the food that hard?
Wow. I know there are people who don't like that, but Rick, what were you going to say?
I think this is more like an old movie thing, but there used to be like characters would be like chewing gum. Hey, how you doing? What you doing today?
Cynthia's dying.
That's annoying.
There's so much ASMR videos and stuff on YouTube and TikTok where that's all they're doing. They're like licking their lips. Really?
Just keep swiping. I know someone else who eats fruit, and they're always like, and I'm like, oh.
But I wonder what that means, right? Like, I wonder if, because that's kind of deep. It's just, okay, but wait, I have something similar. Rick, we're going to get you in a second. That's what, but just because we're on the same thing. I don't like when people are typing too loud or their phones, like, and to me, it's like, I don't like noise pollution. I don't know if that's a thing, but I don't I like it quiet. So I wonder if there's something similar there, but
yeah.
Go ahead, Rick. Go ahead.
I don't like clickety clackety keyboards. Like when my boss gave me the last computer, the keyboard, I was like, oh no, get rid of it. I do not like. No, I hate that. It's just annoying.
What about
that and then the nails when they have the long nails and they're typing?
Oh, I don't get the long nails thing and typing, and I don't know who said wiping their ass one time. I was like, it's too much information. But now whenever I see somebody with long nails, it doesn't matter who it is, celebrity, anything. I'm like, it's the only thing that comes to my head. Like, that must hurt, or you're not wiping fully. Or maybe you have a bidet. I don't know.
It must, yeah.
You must have a bidet. Because you can't, like Cynthia Erivo, who we all love, her nails are longer than she is tall. I mean, she's like a little thing, and her nails are like clam. But yeah, oh, so you don't like an old school typewriter though, Rick?
Mm.
Well, that's like a vintage thing.
Yeah.
Like that's almost on purpose. So that was almost like that would just take me back. I wouldn't be like
Right.
annoyed unless I had to hear it every day. Like then I'd be like, okay, it's giving me a headache. Where's my aspirin?
Okay, what other pet peeve do you have?
People that can't clean up after themselves, acting like they're in their own house and their mother works there. I'm like, you expect me to clean your mess? No.
But you don't just tell them? I tell them.
I guess it depends on my relationship with them.
Let me be very clear. If you are ever invited to my home, you will pick up after your damn self because I am not your maid. I'll tell you to your face. I don't care. That's where I'm mean or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you think it says about you?
He's a neat freak.
I don't know. I don't know if you're. Are you a neat freak? I don't know.
I wouldn't say that. No.
I think it's what you said earlier. I think all these things come down to maybe some type of being considerate, So the thing that I was researching a little bit, I didn't do a lot of research on it, but it's micro truths that come out, right? There are things that we learn about ourselves. And here's the thing. Do you ever do the same pet peeve that annoys you? Do you actually do it as well? Is the next question. Or do you have any things that you do that other people might consider a pet peeve? So I use my directional all the time. I'm just going to say straight up all the time, whatever. However, I do sometimes, like all humans, make mistakes when I'm driving. So I love that most people think everyone thinks they're the best driver on the planet, and I'm the complete opposite. Like, I am going to drive the actual speed limit. I am not going to, I might go 5 above or 5 under or whatever, but I'm not going to go 85 just because that's how the traffic's going. And I know that annoys people, but I don't love to drive. I'm a careful driver. The speed limit says 75, used to be 65. Now you're all going 85, 90. I don't understand. So I know. I can see Cynthia's like, I know, but
he's the one behind you, like,
they go around me, right? Because I'm never gonna be in that left lane over to the, the one that Terry K always talks about. Don't be in this. That's the lane. He said,
travel lane.
No, but he calls it the ticket money lane because you got ticket money. What was great about him when he did that? He's an influencer on TikTok. Police officers. This was before ICE, everyone, before ICE, but the police officers came out and they did stitches with him on TikTok, and they were laughing.
I thought this was common knowledge, but obviously not. So let me teach some of y'all. The left lane, also known as the fast lane, is for people who have ticket money. It's for people who have ticket money. If you are going to follow the rules, follow the laws as you should, that middle lane is reserved just for you. It's yours. If you are scared, if you're going to tiptoe, if you are hesitant, that far right lane is just for you. Nobody else wants to be over there. That is your area. But by golly gee, do not get over in that far left lane, also known as the fast lane, tiptoeing. Because we have ticket money. And even if we don't have ticket money, look, that's our burden to bear. Don't get over here holding us up because you scared. Now, middle lane, if you're going to follow the rules. Far right lane, if you're scared. Left lane, love you, bye.
They're like, yeah, don't be in the because we're going to get you. You know what I mean? So if you don't have ticket money, don't be in that fast lane. So I use my directional all the time, but I do go the speed limit. Fight me.
And I actually stop at stop signs. Fight me.
Yeah, I do.
Well, in California, that's against the law. It has to be a rolling red light, stop sign. I'm kidding, but nobody stops. I mean, we stop at we kind of stop. Like we stop, but we're still rolling. You don't pause. It's a rolling stop sign. It just everyone kind of does it. It's kind of the law here. But you guys stop at your stop signs. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so boring, but kind of funny conversation. I don't know.
The one thing I will say, though, about the blinkers is maybe the only time I won't do it is if you are in a lane and there's you can only turn one certain way.
I think you should
Or
use
some
it
of
all the
it.
time because I
No,
think
you
that's where you make the mistake. If I'm coming out of the parking lot and there's only one way to go, it's habit. I'm not even thinking about it. And I think the problem is people pick and choose when to use it. But if you
Right.
just use it all the time, you're never gonna not use it. But I think
It
that's
just comes naturally to you at that
Yeah.
point.
I'm sure the person in the Lamborghini was like, it's just a Honda. She's going to make sure she knows where she is around me. You know what I mean? Like, no big deal. I won't use it. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you start making excuses about it, that's where we get in trouble, you know? Any other pet peeves?
So my old coworker, the one that got laid off, she used to burp like a truck driver.
Well, okay, that's just bad manners.
And it's like, okay, everybody burped, you know what I mean? But there's also a little discreet way to do it. Sometimes you might let out, a
maybe
burp
she
here.
has a problem.
She had a problem, all right. But
I bet you she watches our show. Just kidding.
But she used to do it constantly and so loud. And it was just like, at some point, it was just like, okay, you're doing it,
I just think people don't have manners and etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it is, right? Like, or people get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made
the
that
one thing you can do it around, family, friends, whatever, But it's like you're doing it at work.
I know. But I bet you, but I think she probably has a problem. I'm not defending her. I'm like, that's kind of embarrassing. That's like farting or whatever, like, ooh, pretending you're not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you ate something bad. Okay, this is going down a really bad way. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, Rick, share with us your bodily issues. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I was going to say,
Oh, no.
I know some people, they do have a problem and they almost can't help it. But if you always stink,
I don't think people know they stink.
Have a problem. No, you generally don't. But I don't know. Like, if you have to take a shower a few times a day, then do what you gotta do.
But people don't know. Okay, the reason why I bring this up because somebody came to me in one of the offices I worked in. I'm just going to say in the last few months. Mm-hmm. And they said that one of the other coworkers stinks all the time. I was like, really? I never smell him. And they were like, no, because you're not around him. We work with him all the time. And I'm like, I don't think so. Like, he's given me a hug before, whatever. And then I'm like, maybe I stink. Maybe they're trying to tell me.
The smells are combating each other.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like freaking out. But then I realized because I made it a point to like stand next to him in the kitchen or whatever. And I was like, oh, I see what they're saying now.
Smell what they're saying now.
I was like, I don't know how to tiptoe on that one. I don't know how to deal with that one. Like, I don't know. And they were coming to me like, can you take care of it? And I'm like, let me see my contract.
The hygiene police?
That's in my contract. Like, I don't know.
I think that's part of my job description.
I know I'm here to fix problems, but that's a weird one. Like, but I started thinking about it, and like I will have conversations. Like I've had conversations with women and men regarding dress attire. Like we've had some women in the couple, I'll say in the past few years, where they've gone into, like they've come in to start a job and they're dressed in a way that is probably not. It's like walking on eggshells. Basically, too much cleavage, too much ass. Like just too much. You know what I mean? Like too much tightness. Too much.
It's an office, not a club.
Right. And here's the thing: you have to be very careful because you can't. You know what I mean? Like people have the right to dress however they want, but not in our office. There is a dress code, and we have it as part of our handbook that there is a dress code. A lot of places don't. You know what I mean? But it's still something you have to be careful because everybody has their own style. And I have to say, like one woman that we had a conversation with, and I say we because I had somebody else in the room with me, right? There's a way you do it. You don't do it by yourself or whatever, She fabulous if she was going to a club. You know what I mean? Like if she was going out, like she just looked, but there was no need, Now I can't tell her not to wear, she was wearing like stilettos every day to work. Like just, but I can't, you do you, that's fine, whatever.
Right.
But the cleavage down to here, you know what I mean? And so it was so difficult to have the conversation, but then she was like, nah, I get it. I get it. I'll do it. She was totally cool about it because she wanted the job so badly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She had already gotten the job, but she wanted to keep it. And I said, here's the thing. You should be able to wear whatever you want. Whatever you want to wear should be the way it is. Unfortunately, because we live in a country full of crazy people. So I turned it around. I said, we need to be more aware of how we dress so that we don't have to deal with the crazy people. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm so good at my job. Like, well, no, because it's true. But she was also very receptive. Like, I was lucky. One of the men that came in, he was just wearing half shirts and he was like, it's like, but I just came from the gym. Well, I get it. But I was like, no, you have to wear shirts. He's like, no, but I said, not a half shirt. No. I don't need to see your belly. Like you need to clean up or something. Like just, you have to have consideration. We're going back to that word. For other people in the office, if you don't have time to take a shower and get dressed or whatever, then you need to change the time you go work out because you need to be here at work. Is your gym paying your bill or are we paying your bills? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. Because he had a little bit of an attitude and I was ready to be like, that's all right. It's warning number 1 and we're going to fire your ass because you're not that great anyways, motherfucker. But that was all deep down inside. I hope you're not watching the show.
But speaking on how to dress at work, like I remember people coming in for an interview and wearing flip-flops. And I'm like,
tough one.
Really?
But
like
what's your job? But where are they working in?
At a hospital.
Yeah.
Where you can't wear open-toed shoes at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're dealing with patients, you're dealing with medicines or whatever. Like there's sharp objects and you're wearing flip-flops to an interview.
Are you saying my feet smell? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. As long as it's in your, I mean, those are just bad fashion. I'm like, those should be outlawed. Because they're ugly, okay? No, but if it's in the handbook, like I think the mistake people make is that people usually just take any, and I'm not, a hospital wouldn't do this, but they'll, people start a business and they'll just pull any random handbook off the internet to start their business or whatever, and they won't really read it and they won't really talk to a lawyer about it. And if you're having an at-home remote job, whatever, it's different. But if you have an in-office and you're hiring people, you need to make sure you cover all the bases, Now, I can't tell someone you're dressing too sexy. See, I can't say that because that's not objective. And, people may think me wearing a Gap t-shirt is sexy. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, Carmen, that wrinkled neckline. But that's why you can't say something like that. No, you have to be very objective about it, but if you have it in the handbook and if you can put it towards the idea that like we need to be able to be considerate of everyone in the office, and this needs to be a place like, as much as I love your outfit for the club where everyone be like, hey, who's that? Here we need to be like, hey, we need to just work together and not be worried about the flashiness of it all, She still kept wearing her heels though. Right? Hey, go ahead, because there'll be a day when you won't be able to. So knock that shit out. Go ahead. I know, because I used to wear them all the time. I never wore heels like that, though. Like, 3 or 4 inches was enough for me. But yeah.
This is actually an issue that comes up, not to be religious, but in church too. It's like, girl, if you bend over a little bit, something might pop out. What are you doing? You're in church. What are you really?
You're loving the Lord, so
my God, what are you doing? You're trying to.
Do you tell people in church they can't wear something?
If it's like a woman, they'll have a woman, or like an older woman, say something. Or if it's a man, the men don't really.
So it usually would be like a young person wearing something out of line, probably, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny. Yeah, it's always the young kids who don't understand. Yeah. So I never did go and talk to that person about them smelling. But I did have, well, first of all, I didn't know he smelled, so I don't work with him, so I don't care. Not my department. But I did talk to the group of men who worked with him and said, you know what, maybe you could do it one of two ways. The first way is to talk about your own showering habits, and I don't mean like, so guys, what do you do when you shower? I don't mean like that, but just be like, God, I missed my shower this morning. Do I smell? I shower every morning without fail because you know what I mean? Like you do it like that, and they
I
were
just
like,
got a new body wash that smells so good. Have you ever tried this body wash?
Exactly. Yeah. That's how you do it. So that's how I told them all to go about it, to make it more about what we all, because some people just don't know.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, make sure it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Okay, so it's him, everybody. It's him. Go ahead, Rick.
It wasn't me. I had a friend that very large person, say it that way. And yes, they did kind of have this issue. And so somebody thought, I'm going to give him a big hint and be anonymous about it. And they gift wrapped. And when he opened that up, he was heated.
That's not nice.
I was like, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't me. And he was heated. I was like, ooh, that's mean.
But also, I mean, first of all, it was a bad way to do it. But secondly, they probably still got the point. And I think when you're bigger and it's not even bigger, I have, as I've gotten older, some areas that flap over that never flapped over before. My poor boobs. So, you sweat a little bit. You got to wipe a little bit and, you got to do some damage. But that's how I would approach that, right? I would go up to that person and make it about, I think that's the thing, is that the best way to help other people, especially it's an embarrassing thing, is to make it about you. Mm-hmm. But that requires empathy, and we lack that in this country. I don't know if it's just this country, but this society, we are so divorced of having empathy and sympathy that we don't seem to be able to do it. We just get mad at other people in a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? Like, and we don't think that maybe they were just having a bad day and they forgot, and maybe it's not really their Lamborghini. Maybe, it dawned on me too. I was like, because I work for so many people that own a lot of these stupid cars, and I was like, they don't drive them. Their maintenance people will drive them or bring them. Or I'm like, what if it wasn't? You know what I mean? Like,
valet. For a joyride.
And then I'm like, you know what? Now I feel better about it. It's okay. Go ahead, enjoy your fun drive. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but just being more empathetic and sympathetic about things, I think, would make it easier.
I just thought of one that's for me. Ooh, if you use the last bit of toilet paper and you don't put the new roll in, it's gonna be me and you. It's right there.
You're not gonna know it was me. You're not gonna know it was me. Go out of there.
I hate that.
Oh, okay, but do you do the toilet paper up or down?
I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Because there's only one right way to do it.
There was a whole Oprah show about that.
It's over.
Yeah, I do over.
Why do people do it under? That don't even make no sense.
It doesn't.
Whatever. Okay.
Very weird.
All right, so another pet peeve of mine.
Go ahead.
Cars that have sound systems that are just way too loud. People are sitting in the car. You cannot even hear the song. All you hear or feel actually is boom, boom, boom. You can't even enjoy the song. I don't get that.
Okay, so I'm going to say something. Okay, I agree with you. However, I have my old Honda Civic Hybrid, and I don't have a new stereo system in it at all, whatever. But I remember when I lived on 21st Street, I think you came to my apartment when I lived on 21st Street. I had my own garage. That was the kind of cool part of that apartment complex, is that was like a whole other, you could have a whole other apartment in there. You know what I mean? But I didn't realize that when I pulled in and I had my music blaring or whatever, because I thought, like, I have my windows up. No one can hear it. Like, my neighbors came down one day. They were like, Carmen, we love you. We think you're a great person. I was like, what happened? What? Like, I thought they were going to give me a gift or something. I'm like, what? They're like, can you please stop listening to your music so loud in your car and then drive into the, I'm like, I had no idea. They're like, I said, but the windows are up. They're like, Carmen, it's like you're in our living room. We can hear it. It's like and then the husband was like, you bought a new surround system or something for your car? I'm like, no. But all they hear is the boom, boom, boom. Like,
oh my God.
It's the old school. I shouldn't say that because people will try to steal it, but it is pretty loud. So I don't do that anymore. I don't have it loud anymore, but I didn't know.
Wow. Yeah, but see, you didn't know. These other people know. They've got all the windows down and they're doing it on purpose.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
Like I was on the bus the other day and you could feel it through the bus.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, that's just way too much.
Unless it's a good song that I agree with, then I'm okay with it.
That's my problem. If this is my jam. If I can hear myself singing, it's not loud enough.
I walked across the street the other day and somebody had their music. And what were they playing? I can't remember. Oh, did a little boo thing. I walked across like dancing. I was such a dork. It was like, it's all good. I'm sure other people didn't appreciate it, but I was like, that's a good sound. Go ahead. Because there's a little bounce to it, you know?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's a good
No,
one.
I agree with you. I agree with you when people do. Yeah, it's too much. Especially when people have it, they clearly have bought a new stereo system so that everyone can hear the music they listen to. And how come it's never someone who listens to like classical or orchestra? You know what I mean? Like, it's always like hardcore rap or heavy metal. It's always something I don't want to listen to. You know what I mean?
So true.
I'm sorry.
What about people that take forever to respond back to a text or email when you know they are always on their phone?
They're ghosting
You're with them, they're always on the phone. I didn't see it. Bro, I'm with you. You are always on your phone. What you mean you didn't see it?
Right.
People have different rings and time.
To your hand.
Yeah. But people have different, I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't say what people do, but I have different chimes and different rings for everybody. So if I hear a certain one, I can wait. I guess that's not nice. I guess that's not nice.
Now you know the reason why she doesn't respond.
I respond to everyone's text at minimum within 24 hours. But I always, when have you ever waited for me to respond to your text?
Oh, never.
Never. Rick, have you ever texted me and I not responded?
No, always.
Always. Yeah. I don't know why people are like, oh my God, I get so many emails. That's why I didn't get back to you. Shut the fuck up. I've had 5 or 6 clients at one time, staff offices of like 20 and 30 in each office, people emailing me. And you know what? I still get to my emails when my friends email me, but that's just me. You do you. I'm going to do me over here. You know what I mean? I have a system though. I don't think people, because I'm ridiculously organized, but from like 8 a.m. to 4 o'clock, I do business emails. And then anything after that is personal. So I close that off. I don't have emails mixing in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So for me, it's really easy. So that's why I always get back to my friends or whatever. So, and I only do an hour each, like morning and then hour at night and get back to emails. Okay. So you all know my trick now. So there it is. Vaya con Dios.
So what if you're like in a doctor's office, right? You're surrounded by strangers. You don't know any of these people. You're maybe already a little bit agitated and you hear.
What's that?
Exactly. Somebody doing that. It's like, oh my God, please, for the love of God, stop. But it's a stranger. So it's like, what do you do?
Okay, wait, that really bothers you? Wow.
I mean,
or how about the sighing?
Who does that? Do I do that?
No. I do that sometimes.
Yeah, Rick does that. Rick does the sighing. And I was like, and then I'm like, is that what Jesus would do? Is that what Jesus would do? That's what I'm always going to say to you. That's always my rebuttal. Is that how Jesus would react? So like, I don't know if tapping bothers me. I mean, I guess it depends on where I'm at. Like I told you, when I'm in an office, in an intimate office, like there's 3 of us sharing a shoebox and somebody's, phone is ringing and they're texting and you can hear it click, click, click. Like, I text without the clicking. Like, I don't understand why you would do that. It drives me insane. And then they get upset with me because I asked them to turn off the sound. Like, oh, I hate when you're here. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm going to still be here. So turn off your fucking phone. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Those are my things. I don't know. I think if it's a stranger and it's really bothering me, I might be cute about it.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people, I know I'm bad. I'm blunt.
No, my thing is early in the morning. Why do people feel the need to have a virtual or FaceTime and talk so loud?
Wait, I don't know what you're
people.
talking about. Who's doing that?
People waiting on for the shuttle or on the bus or walking anywhere. And they're talking so loud in their FaceTime. It's 7 a.m. Who the hell are you talking to? Shouldn't they be at work too?
Maybe somebody in another country. I don't know. I don't know.
Time zone.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't walk. So there are things I don't do that other people do that I don't even think it's about coordination. I don't think people have learned how not to use their phones all the time. We always talk about kids. It's not kids. It's adults who have the problem. I see people walking across the street. I'll be in my car and they haven't even looked up. They're stepping off the curb and they're
texting.
And in my head, I'm like, I just don't trust I don't trust other people so much that I'm going to be okay with you hoping that you're going to stop your car so that I can walk gracefully across the street. Like, I don't trust nobody. So
like today, I'm coming home and this girl's literally on the bus talking really loud on her phone to a credit card company about some charges that were on her phone. And then she's saying her credit card number out loud. Like, are you an idiot? Like, these are personal calls.
Are there no rules on the bus? See, because when I used to take the bus and the trolley and stuff, we didn't have phones. Oh my God.
Right, we didn't.
There's no rules that you can, like in restaurants, you can't have your phone on. You know what I mean? Like,
no, there's no rules.
Oh, see.
But again, it's consideration.
Yeah, but you're expecting people need rules then, right? So I'm just saying this is one of those moments where I would personally send a letter to the mayor and to the MBTA or whatever it's called. What's it called in Massachusetts?
No, it wasn't even the regular T. It was our shuttle bus, the employee shuttle.
Oh, that's even worse.
Thank you.
Well, you should talk to I thought you meant like public transportation.
No, it was our employee shuttle. It's like you have a bus full of people and you're saying your credit card number out loud. You really trust these employees?
Then why don't you send you know what? You send them the link to the show. This is a problem. Seriously. I mean, I thought you were talking about the regular tea. I'm like, that. I think there were rules. You can't do that. I don't know. I haven't been I haven't been in a bus.
I haven't either.
in a bus in a long time.
Even in a place where normally people don't talk loud, and I don't mean a library, that's obvious, but like a grocery store, for example, like, I don't need to hear.
You know what?
You
know what?
Restaurants, people do that.
Don't be in the grocery store with me and be in line and get mad at the cashier because your ass is on the phone and you didn't hear her when she said 42 whatever. And then I have told, like, I cannot tell you, I almost wait for it. I get in line just to wait to see who the motherfucker is that's going to do this shit. I will defend the cashier. That drives me insane. I do.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to use my phone in the grocery store, not to be on the phone, but because I use my coupons with my phone. Yeah. So, but I think being on people try to multitask. And there's no such thing as multitasking. Everyone thinks they can multitask, but that's not how the brain works. And what you're doing is everything half-assed at the same time. That's what you're doing instead of focusing on one thing. But I do think one of the things that we can take away from this is consideration, empathy, sympathy, and just trying to be more considerate of other people because you're annoying, Cynthia, with your chewing. Yeah. Hey, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Remember, we have our Friday night shows at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We also have our Thursday night shows, 6 p.m., called Culture and Consequence. So check out that show, but beware, it's heavy on politics. Anyways, remember at the end of the day, it really is all about the joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye. God, it's so crazy. Thanks for stopping by All About the Joy. Be better and stay beautiful, folks. Have a sweet day.